Hi, this is Anna Gidros for day 10 of our Gidzy Stitch Spring 30-Day Challenge, where we learn 30 stitches in 30 days. Today we learned the waffle stitch. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. Hi and welcome back. And today we're going to learn a very interesting stitch called the waffle stitch to add to our blanket. To start this stitch, it's going to have a 2-row repeat, but to build our foundation, we're going to start by crocheting a set of doubles, a row of doubles. So I'm going to loop in my thread, do 2 chains, turn my work, and do a double crochet into every stitch. And I'll meet you at the other end. Okay, one more double crochet, and then we're going to do a chain 3 and turn our work. Okay, so this is going to be the first of 2 repeat rows, and what you need to look for, first of all, this chain 3 is going to be your very first double crochet. So now what we're looking for in the row below is your second double crochet, because we've already made our first here that matches with this one. So we find that second double crochet, and we're going to start this pattern with what is called a front post double crochet. Now technically it's the same as a regular double crochet, except how we insert our hook. So normally we would insert our hook into this stitch right here, and we would create our double crochet. But when we do a front post double crochet, we have to put this post in front of our stitch. So I'll show you how that works. So as with a normal double crochet, we're going to yarn over, and then we're going to go behind the post and back in front, so that the post is in front of our hook. That's why we call it a front post double crochet. And then from here the stitch is the same. Yarn over, pull through, and complete your double crochet. Now we will do that again, but before we do, we need to make 2 regular double crochets in the next 2 stitches, and that will be our pattern for the first repeat row. Okay, so we have our front post stitch followed by 2 regular double crochets, and now we're going to do another front post stitch. So instead of going into this top of the stitch like you normally would, we're going to put this post in front of our hook. So we yarn over, go under, through, pull up a loop, and complete our double crochet like normal. And then we'll do 2 regular double crochets in the next 2 stitches. Okay, we're going to do that front post double again now. So find your post, yarn over, go under the post, yarn over, bring it back under the post, and complete your double crochet. And then we're going to do 2 regular double crochets in the next 2 stitches. Now this will be your repeat all the way across. You will do a front post double crochet, 2 regulars, a front post, 2 regulars, a front post, 2 regulars, a front post, 2 regular doubles all the way across. Go ahead and finish that pattern, and I will meet you at the end for our second repeat row. Okay, I have just completed the first repeat row where we did our doubles, front post double, 2 doubles, front post double, 2 doubles, front post double, all the way through. And now we're ready. I ended with a front post double followed by a regular double into that last chain. If you didn't end there for a sample blanket, it's okay, but it's ideal if you end with a front post followed by a regular double crochet. Okay, so now we're going to chain 3 and turn our work. Not been weaving in my ends like I'm supposed to, but I will. This blanket is getting bigger and bigger. Okay, so our chain 3 again is going to count as our first double crochet, and then we're going to do, like we've done in so many of these stitches, we're going to do the opposite in the repeat row 2 as we did in repeat row 1. And you can kind of see as you look along here, there's some stitches that stick out and then there's some stitches that recede. So what you're seeing here is the ones that recede, that was your front post stitches from the previous row. And then the ones that stand out, that was your regular crochets from the previous row. Whether you understand that or not, we're just going to follow the same pattern as before. And we're going to start with a regular double crochet because this one is receding, which means it was one of our front post double crochets. So you'll just start by doing a regular double crochet into that stitch. And then the next 2 stitches that are kind of standing out are going to be front post double crochets. Okay, so now you have one that's receding again, so that's going to be our regular double crochet into the top of the stitch, and then we'll do 2 front post double crochets. So again, we're just repeating a pattern. It's just the opposite of the last repeat row. So you'll have 2 front post double crochets followed by 1 regular double crochet, 2 front post double crochets, and 1 regular double crochet. Okay, so that's all to this row. I'll see you at the end of the row where we will do 1 more repeat row. Okay, we're coming up to the end of our second repeat row. So I just finished a regular double, so I'm going to do 2 front post doubles. Again, just slipping the needle, the hook behind the post and completing your double crochet as normal, and then a regular, and then 2 front post doubles, and a regular, front post, and a regular double here, and then we're going to do one more double in our last chain space, and we will chain 3 to turn our work. Now you can do as many rows of this as you want. Kind of starting to see that waffle stitch develop, but it's important that you end on the first repeat row. So we did our first set of double crochets, then we did our repeat row 1, which was 2 doubles and a front post double. Then we did our repeat row 2, which was 2 front post doubles and a double. Now if you notice at the top of our waffle, the square is not closed in right now. If we end on repeat row 1, then the squares will be closed in. And since this is the front of our work, we want to see those full waffle squares. So again, you can do this as high as you want, as long as you end on repeat row 1, which is 2 doubles front post. So that's where we're going to finish out now. We've done our chain 3, we've turned our work, and we're going to start by doing a front post double, followed by 2 regular double crochets, our front post, and we'll continue this pattern down to the end of the row. I'll see y'all there. Okay, and we are here at the end of our first row repeat. I'm going to do one more front post double crochet. I'm going to do one more regular crochet in that chain space to finish the row. Chain, pull through, and then you can see what we've done here with this absolutely gorgeous waffle stitch. Now this is why you want to end on a row 2 repeat and not a row 3 repeat, or the first repeat and not the second repeat, because if you end on the row 3 repeat, you won't get this nice boxed line. So this is probably my favorite stitch we've done so far. You look like a master crocheter, and all you did here was a bunch of double crochets, adding in that front post technique, and you have a totally new and really cool waffle stitch that would make a beautiful baby blanket. Lots of fun things. You could definitely experiment with different yarn sizes, different textures, different hook sizes, and this will just make incredible projects. So I hope you enjoyed the waffle stitch, and we'll see you back tomorrow.